Hi, Steve from Brownells here, and in today's product spotlight we're going to take a look at the drop-in 1911 trigger from Nighthawk Custom. Now this trigger comes in this nice little box here. We'll do a little unboxing. Comes with your instructions. Please read these. And inside you get the trigger itself and the grip safety spring. We'll take a look at that in a minute because there's something quite different about it. So let's take it out. Take a look at it. Now this is a self-contained unit. It's a modular trigger. Has stainless steel bar stock components. Your hammer, disconnector, sear are all in here. Also in here is your disconnector and sear spring. So they are totally independent of anything else in the gun. The only original spring you use is the main spring for your hammer spring. This takes the place of your sear spring, the one that had the 3 fingers, or the one you got in your gun now. All it needs is this one here, and as you look at the back of the gun, it'll be the one on the far right, and that's what activates your grip safety, gives it that little kick. So why do you want a drop-in trigger? Let me tell you, this is the same principle as with the AR-15 drop-ins. That is, the factory can control what that hole is going to be when it goes into your gun. Because it's put in their housing, everything is lined up at the factory. The hammer and sear are dead square with each other. There's no variation because the pinholes in your frame might be a little different. So they can predict what your trigger pull is going to be. Incidentally, the trigger pull is going to be 3 3/4 to about 4 pounds, depending on the gun. Because a few things can affect it, like the weight of your hammer spring can affect it, and maybe you got a little drag on your trigger or something. Some triggers will be smoother in the frame than others. But this is a total drop-in kit that anybody can put in. If you can take the gun completely apart on the frame portion, that is, you can easily slip this in, no problem. It's quite a feat of engineering. And the guy that designed it, Mark Dye, works down at Montgomery Community College as a gunsmith instructor. And he's got some excellent videos on installation for this on the Nighthawk site. So if you want to see someone actually put one in, take a look at Nighthawk. The other thing we should mention is there is one little bit of fitting you have to do. This is a totally drop-in kit except for one thing, and that's true of any trigger or trigger job that you do on a 1911 when you're adding a new sear, new hammer, whatever. You may have to fit the thumb safety because there'll be a little extra material there and you might have to file that off. Again, Nighthawk has an excellent video on their website on exactly how to do this. You're only talking about taking a few thousandths of material off, so it's not much, but it's got to be taken off the right place and only so much. If you go too far, your safety won't work. So take a look at that video if you get a chance. Otherwise, it's all talked about in the instructions here. A really neat setup. Like I said, this is a drop-in for any 1911. The pin spacing is taken care of for you. These basically are bushings that your pins ride through. So even if there's a little misalignment in your frame, this is all going to be dead straight and give you that trigger as advertised. So take a look at that drop-in trigger from Nighthawk Custom. It's really a good product. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.